Hello students, welcome to Cresita EduWorld. This is Vipin Chukla, your chemistry mentor. Students, आज हम लोग 12th स्टैंडर्ड का एक मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक एल्डिहाइड कीटोन्स और कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड डिस्कस करेंगे. So let us take some introduction part of the topic. So हमारा टॉपिक है एल्डिहाइड कीटोन्स एंड कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड. Now, before starting with the chapter, let us discuss about the functional group related to aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid. As you have already studied in 11th standard, like aldehyde can be represented by functional group like this. Similarly, ketones can be represented by functional group like this. And carboxylic acids can be represented by functional group like this. Now students, first of all, the most important part, what you can see common in all these functional groups. So common part in all these functional group is this part, and this part is called as carbonyl group. So basically we can call aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid contain carbonyl group. Aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid contain carbonyl group. So these compounds are collectively called as carbonyl compound. Okay? So generally we can say we are going to study today about carbonyl compound. So let us discuss something related to carbonyl compound. Now students, in case of carbonyl compound, we can see carbon is a planar. Carbon is planar in this case. Planar means carbon is sp2 hybridized. So in aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid, there is a carbonyl group present, and in carbonyl group, carbon is sp2 hybridized. Okay. Now, do you know the bond angle related to sp2 hybridization? Simple. Bond angle related to sp2 hybridization is 120 degrees. So we can say in carbonyl group, basically the bond angle will be 120 degrees. Next. Now students, we can see in carbonyl group, carbon and oxygen has large difference in electronegativity. Oxygen contains 2 lone pair of electrons, therefore oxygen is more electron density and carbon has less electron density. So oxygen is partially negative and carbon is partially positive. So we can say this carbonyl group is a polar in nature. If you put one more part like this, like carbonyl group is polar in nature. Okay, so that is all about carbonyl group. So dear students, we can say aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acids are collectively called as carbonyl compound because these compounds contain carbonyl group in their structure. In carbonyl group, carbon atom is sp2 hybridized and bond angle is 120 degrees and carbonyl group is polar in nature. Now, this carbonyl group is going to be common in aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid. Students, there are other compounds also which contain carbonyl group in their structure. Now let us discuss with that also. These carbonyl group also present in this type of compound, and this type of compound is also called as ester. So in this chapter we will also discuss about ester. Similarly, carbonyl groups are also present in this compound, and this compound is called as acid anhydride. So in this chapter, we will also discuss about this acid anhydride. Okay. Now, let's start with the discussion of aldehyde.